Enlightenment, a state of life so great that it's been sought after since Siddhartha Buddha's time, roughly 3,000 years ago, and up to the present day. The path to achieve enlightenment has varied, but most believe it can be found in certain austerities, or in some distant, far-off place. Some examples of this include traveling to secluded mountaintops or sacred monasteries, vows of silence, clearing one's mind, and even suffering this life only to achieve enlightenment in a future existence. To sum it up, with prevailing Buddhist thought, it's pretty darn hard to achieve enlightenment. But these ideas toward attaining enlightenment were completely shattered by Nichiren Daishonin, a 13th century Buddhist reformer in Japan who wrote of attaining enlightenment. If you wish to free yourself from the sufferings of birth and death you've endured since time without beginning, and to attain without fail unsurpassed enlightenment in this lifetime, you must perceive the mystic truth that is originally inherent in all living beings. The phrase, attain without fail unsurpassed enlightenment in this lifetime, makes it clear that this state of life is not exclusive for a few elites. It can be accessed by anyone, and assuredly, just as you are right now. Originally inherent in all living beings reveals that, whether you know it or not, enlightenment resides within you, unquestionably. It's not in some far-off place we need to travel to find. Okay, if this special something called enlightenment is inherently within all of us, that still doesn't explain what enlightenment is. So, here comes the definition.
Enlightenment is defined as an awakening.
Enlightenment, also referred to as Buddhahood, is this awakening to the truth that... Wait, let's bring back my movie trailer voice buddy for this.
Awakening to the truth that within you lies a limitless reserve of courage, wisdom, and compassion.
Alright, epic. Thanks, movie trailer buddy.
No problem.
For now, how about we just call this limitless reserve the good stuff? Let's read this passage from Buddhist scholar Daisaku Ikeda. Attaining Buddhahood, achieving a state of life of absolute and eternal happiness, is the Buddha's supernatural power. For this is itself the supreme power according with the law of life.
In a world where you have tapped your inherent enlightenment and you now wield the greatest superhero powers ever seen.
Whoa, not sure you thought we'd be talking about superpowers, but it's true. When you tap into your inherent enlightenment or Buddhahood, whether you like it or not, you become a hero, also known as a Buddha. Now, of course, we're not talking about laser beams that shoot out of your eyes. We're talking about real deal superhero abilities like becoming happy and wise. Let's check out some of the other awesome heroic strengths you will wield. Courage, hope, love, living with purpose, wisdom, never giving up, appreciation, growing stronger when hitting obstacles. Way to go, enlightened superhero Buddha. How about we check out some attributes that do not define your enlightenment? Fancy car, amount of money in your bank account, physical attributes, the amount of followers on Instagram. Knowing that we have this enlightenment within us is really exciting, but without tapping into it and using it, it's just a nice thought. So how do we tap into it? Nichiren Daishonin answers this. This truth is Nam-myoho-renge-kyo. Chanting Nam-myoho-renge-kyo will therefore enable you to grasp the mystic truth innate in all life. Daisaku Ikeda explains further, chanting Nam-myoho-renge-kyo leads not only to a fundamental change in our mindset, but to a change in the entire way we live our lives, putting us on track to attain Buddhahood in this lifetime, and it further creates a groundswell for the great transformation of all humankind. So when we chant Nam-myoho-renge-kyo, we tap into our enlightenment and bring forth these superhero abilities, and doing so comes with great responsibility. We access these heroic attributes to initiate an inner transformation, live the happiest lives, and also help others to do the same. We bring our enlightened selves into everyday life, the real world, with our friends, neighbors, work, and family, awakening other superheroes and forming alliances of hope, bent on changing the world for the better is what an enlightened person strives for. Of course, encountering supervillains along the journey is unavoidable. These supervillains can manifest as obstacles in our life. Sickness, despair, sadness, insecurity, loss of hope. When we bring forth our enlightenment, we fight back against these powerful hindrances, and through this, we grow stronger. This is important. Enlightenment is not something you attain and you're done. It's a constant process of tapping into it. Sometimes it's hard to find our enlightenment. It can even feel like it's not within us, and we can lose hope and belief. Nam-myoho-renge-kyo is our tool to remind ourselves of our inherent enlightenment and continue to reveal it. And that's that. Till next time.